morning. I have found, looking at some of your worksheets from 15.1, that there's a little bit of confusion on part of it. You've done an awesome job with your electron dot notation, but it seems that there's a little struggle with the ion dot structure. So you just have to remember, in order to form an ion, you have to gain or lose electrons. So let's say we are looking at, let's go with aluminum. That was on one of your worksheets. Aluminum is in group 3A, so it's 3 valence electrons, so you have 3 dots. Everybody had that perfectly. Now aluminum is a metal. Aluminum likes to lose electrons. So we know we're going to lose electrons. Now if you look at its position, if you're using the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 to figure out your charges, you're going to know that aluminum wants to be a 3+, which means it's going to lose 3 electrons. So what do you do with the dot structure? Well, if it's losing 3 electrons, then the electrons are represented by dots, and that means those 3 electrons are going to be gone. We lost them, and that would give us a 3+ charge. So whatever the charge is, so it's going to tell you how many electrons it's gained or lost, and that's going to tell you how many dots are gained or lost. So let's look at a negative one. I believe nitrogen was one of them on your worksheets. Nitrogen is in 5A, so it has 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is in the -3 column, which means it wants to gain 3 electrons. Again, if we're gaining 3 electrons and dots are represented by electrons, we have to gain 3. So it originally had its 5, now it has to gain 3. 1, 2, 3. And it has a 3 minus charge. Now, if we were to look at your electron configurations, like for aluminum, aluminum is a 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. Now, if we were to do the aluminum ion, remember, it's a 3+, but it loses 3. So when you do the electron dot structure for that, 1s2, 2s2, 3p6, you have to take away 3 electrons. So that means p1 will be gone. That's 1 electron. Now I need 2 more. There's 2 in the 3s. Those will be gone. So this is your electron configuration. Once again, the 3s2, 3p1, these were the ones that were lost. So this is the answer for the electron configuration. Now if you do nitrogen, nitrogen originally is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Then it wants to gain. So you add 3 to that. So it's going to become 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So that is the new one. Now, when you look at both of these, anytime you have a positive ion, it's going to lose its electrons. And if you notice, it loses the outermost electrons, the valence electrons. So how many valence electrons are here? 3. So it would lose 3 electrons. Nitrogen has 5 electrons, 5 valence electrons. Again, the magic number is 8. It doesn't have enough to make 8, it needs 3 more. So it gains 3 to get these dots. Now if you look at these, this is your outermost level. Both of them are now full. That means it's more stable, and it has an electron configuration similar to that of a noble gas. In this case, they have an electron configuration both similar to neutron. That's going to happen with all of your atoms. They're all going to want to gain or lose electrons to get an electron configuration similar to a noble gas, which simply means a full S and a full P in the highest level. Now the only tricky ones are the ones at in the transition section where their charges can vary. Now we did a lab with that before we left. I know it was a while ago, but we did look at that. For instance, if we took manganese, Mn. Now manganese is a little bit larger, so I'm going to do the shortcut. That would be Ar. And then manganese is in the 4th row. So it's going to go 4s2, UD, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 over. Now, manganese can have a lot of different charges. One of its most common charges is a 2+. Again, what does 2+ mean? It means going from manganese to manganese 2+, it has to lose 2 electrons. Now remember, it has to lose 2 electrons, but it has to be valence electrons. Valence electrons are the ones that are in the highest energy level. Well, if we come over here and look at manganese and its electron configuration, 4 is the highest level. It has to take it out of that level first. So, when it loses 2, my new electron configuration is going to be Ar3b. Now, manganese can also have a 3+ charge. What does that mean? Well, it means it needs to lose 1 more. Where does that one come then? Then it will come out of that one, and this will be a 3+. But this right here is the most stable. Why is it the most stable? Because this is full, and this is half full. So this is going to be most. Now, we don't even have to worry about stability right now. This is why it happens. But the key is that you know where the electrons are coming from. With transition metals, it's always going to be, electrons are always lost from the S first, followed by the always, 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 always. See that one? Okay. If you have any other questions, make sure you email me, and I will get back with you very